Hello everyone, it's Adam here. This is the R18. Was a bagger, now it's kind of a fake Transcontinental. And in this video I want to show you an overview of the Clearwater offerings for the R18. I think I received a $100 discount on this set. Could be a loyalty discount because I've bought like 5 pairs of lights from Glenn and the team. It could be a promotional discount. I actually did not ask that question, but I wasn't asked to make this review, install these, or talk positively about them. I just received a discount, which is nice. I appreciate it. I've probably given Glenn at least a new Camry worth of money over the last 7 years. So, all right. So R18, it's CAN bus powered. It's fully supported by the Clearwater can opener. It's the latest version, which I don't want to misquote here, but it's the latest version of the can opener. And instead of using the traditional, they're using the alarm port on the side of the bike, just above the battery. I'm going to give you a whole overview here. As far as lights, every single one of the Clearwater lights works. I chose the Dixis, which are the spot driving lights, not the beams. So these are more of a pencil pattern. I chose these not because I really wanted that beam pattern. In fact, I actually wanted a wider beam. On my GS Adventure, I have 2 Darlas that are fork mounted, and then I have an Erica and a Savina. Savina being pencil, Erica being wide driving beam. I did that because I wanted to have a long throw and a long width. And in this situation, I went with 2 Dixis. The reason is because Dixi gives you basically 4 lights, or 2 lights in one. So you have here on the middle, when the bike is running, you're going to have your Darla illuminated in the middle. It's just like a Darla. And on the outside, you have a Savina. So you're getting, not just a pencil beam. You're getting a little bit wider, but you may have to angle it out a bit in order to make sure you get every single deer or marmot in your view. So default Darla, and what you can do is just like every other Clearwater light, you can hold the turn signal cancel button to turn the outer ring on and off. By default, just the Darla is running. Hold TSC, and then the whole thing will illuminate. If you have, my configuration is daytime 30% power off, nighttime 10% power off, and then high beam, everything goes 100% power. Hit the horn and these strobe like a banshee, and I've used it a couple of times already. People come into my lane and they do not continue coming into my lane. And of course, this is Clearwater who discovered this or made famous this yellow color. Everyone's copied it by now, but Clearwater has this awesome lens. So you take this lens off, and you have just a white clear underneath. They sent me 2 lenses. They sent me a yellow and a clear, or I can just run it without the cover in general. I like running the cover not just for yellow, but also for object penetration protection from breaking that lens. My request of Clearwater was, hey, can you guys make one of these that's yellow in the center and white on the outside? Because on my GS, I have my Darla's yellow and my Erica Savina is white. Just a request. Here's how it looks on the bike. So you have, this is sorry, I should make sure I indicate this. Probably a Honda. This is the 1.25 inch engine bar. I originally did the 27, 29 millimeter engine bar mount, but for these, the OEM crash bars. So if you're getting the Hepco and Becker, if you're getting the SW Motex, whatever you're getting for your R18, measure that circumference or diameter. I didn't go to school, and make sure that you get the right size. I got the wrong one. They had to mail me the 1.25 inches. Luckily, they didn't give me too much shit for it. I mailed the old ones back. So here it is on the bike. I wish this thing had a sitter stand. I love the presence. Let's zoom in here. I love the presence of these lights on this bike. Again, if you are a purist, let's go a little closer. There you go. If you are a purist and you have a base R18 and you love how those cylinder heads hang out the side, I personally love how they look. So much that I covered them up with engine bars, leg rest, and lights. I've basically kind of ruined this beautiful front profile of this bike in favor of comfort, protection, and lighting. So just something, you know, think about, you know, do you want to go down that path of basically ruining the gorgeous front profile that these the R18 offers, because it's basically ruined by what I've done. Let's go to the other side. Just give you a view of this side here. They're large lights. This is the largest diameter lights that Clearwater makes, and they're so large that when I do a full lock turn on the right side, that turn signal barely avoids hitting that Dixi housing. So everything that Clearwater makes is going to be smaller than these. So if you're thinking about these being too big or too heavy or too in the way, just don't buy the Dixis, because you're going to have a much better experience. Let me run through the wiring of this thing, at least how I did it. Partly from their manual, partly of my own kind of creation. So you have here, the loop that's dropping straight down. You don't want to have this going up. You want the water to cascade down. You have zip ties going back here. Then I have the relay right here. It's kind of, look on the other side. It's kind of, you can see you got 4 zip ties in there. It's back there. It's right there is the relay. And it's not going anywhere. Then you have the data cable and the power cable going back from the relay. You can see it here from this side, see that red? So I have the Transcontinental and Bagger tanks are hollow on the in the inside there. So it's running back along the wiring harness that already existed. And it's going back, and now you can't see it, it's going back to the other side where the battery is. So once again, you're here, there's that, going back over the intake, and then down into here. I'm not going to pull this off for this video. There is an install video I made, but the battery lives behind here, so you're going to, you know, put it all. The negative is over here, the positive is on their side, and then there's also the CAN bus cable you plug into is on this side as well. Then you have tons of space in here to cable manage, tons. Literally, there's a lot of space in there. What are these zip ties? Well, that's the Billy brake light. So, and I will give you a demo here in a second. Billy brake light is installed. This was, the thing about the R18 is that all you have, if you have a bagger, is these 2 little small LED lights. These are your running lights, brake lights, and your turn signal lights, all in one. I don't like them from a safety perspective. Yes, I have a top box, but my top box is not OEM, meaning I added it aftermarket, so I don't have that 3rd brake light. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. There's no retrofit. So I found this to be an essential addition, but I really struggle with the install because I have a video. The video shows everything. Basically, the frame goes all the way back. The fender bolts to the frame, and so you have to remove this brake light from the inside. There are 3 bolts holding it in. Run the brake light, Billy brake light, through there, up the frame, and then I came out where the ESA module, right there, dead center, where the ESA module is. You can see a little cable right there. So that little piece of black going across. That goes across. Then underneath to here, and then down to the can opener. And I only had like an inch to spare of slack. So I've already told Clearwater, for R18 buyers, give us like 6 inches of extra Billy brake light, because there is like if I screwed up with my posi taps and like broke something, there's no margin to re-tap it. You're at the very edge of that. So I expect it to one day stop working, in which case I'll just have to swap this out for one with a longer cable. Let's give you a view of this thing. Now, I have the brake light set to strobe, so I have it set to off. Day and night, this is off. I understand that a lot of Teslas, some autonomous cars made by a company out of California have killed, I think, 4 motorcyclists this summer because they could not tell how far the motorcycle was from the car. They're all bikes that just have these 2 lower lights. So I may eventually turn this back on to be 10% on all the time, but for now it's off. So the Billy brake light, when I turn this bike on, is off by default. And you can see here, when I go to engage the brake light, it goes full. I like this, and I also have it set on the setting where if I'm going, it only works if you're going above 5 miles an hour. I also have it set to where it strobes And so when I do hit the brakes, it will flash like 10 times or something. But this is the default view that I like it this way, because then way the person behind me doesn't get used to having that light on. But the strobe and the brightness of it, it's like a third brake light where it stays illuminated only when I'm pushing the brake pedal. Up to you. There's multiple configurations. You can run this at 0 to 100% day and night. There's 2 modes, and you can run it solid, high blink, or deceleration blink. So I have it on the high strobe. So I want to show off now the lights themselves. So when you first install these, you want to make sure that you go park at like a firehouse or like a brick building or at a garage or something, and sit on your bike flat-footed with the typical weight you're going to have on the bike, because some bikes don't have electronic suspension. Mine will lift itself up, but some that don't. You should be sitting on your bike, because that's going to lower the tail end and throw these a little higher. So sit on the bike, have a friend move those lights to where they're exactly where you want them. You want a little bit out and not left on this side. You don't want to blind oncoming traffic. So you want out to the right and then straight up with you sitting on the bike even. I haven't done that yet, unfortunately. So let's start this guy up, and I'll show you the lights look like in the different modes. So what you're seeing here is my default mode. So you have the two Darlas. That's the default mode with the 2 Darlas. They're at about 10%. No, maybe 20% actually right now. They're at 20%. Looks pretty good, easy to see. Let's now turn the outside Savina on. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna hold turn signal cancel for 3 seconds. Now this is still 20% or so. This is the whole array at 20%. There's that, and now you have the high beam. You can hold it. This is 100%. You can see the light over there too. I'm gonna walk in front of it so you can get the idea. Yeah. So you got this light, the 100%. I'm not gonna stare at it. You're gonna stare at it, not me. So, roughly 4 times brighter than the headlight. Everything 100%. It's very bright. And then if you do the horn, turn these off. If you do the horn, like that. So you've got this without strobe. Pretty cool. Thank you.